Hey guys, I'm in Tillar, Arkansas today, and I'm at the historic Rohwer Relocation Center, which is also known as a concentration camp. Back in the late 40s, there was mass hysteria after the bombing at Pearl Harbor, and the United States government rounded up hundreds of thousands of Japanese Americans and shipped them to various relocation centers, aka concentration camps across the country. Arkansas happens to have two, and I'm at one now. Let's go check it out. So this is the cemetery, and we'll sort of walk around the grounds a little bit so you can kind of get an idea, but this is all that is remaining of the camp. So on both sides of the fields that you can see, which are all cotton fields now, there were once over 500 buildings to support the individuals that were forced to be here. But this is one of the cemeteries. It's pretty small. Some really beautiful monuments. Japanese writing. From what I understand, there have been numerous folks that have survived this and have come back, including the famed actor George Takei, who was known as Sulu on Star Trek. His family was actually interred here for a period of time, and he came back a few years ago to for one of the annual get-togethers. There's literally nothing left of this place. I mean, this was a fortified, barbed wire, guarded facility where these people were interred at. And as you can see, all that remains is this tiny little cemetery and lots and lots of cotton. It's crazy, though, to think, at least to me, that the hysteria level that would have been required for the American government to simply decide that Japanese Americans all were potentially suspects in the Pearl Harbor bombing, or potentially not to be trusted, round them up, take away their property, send them off to these camps located across America, and essentially deprive them of their rights. And remember, these were Japanese Americans. These were American citizens during World War II who were brought here. It's not like these were enemy combatants or prisoners of war. These were citizens, lawyers, doctors, attorneys, people that were regular folks like you and I, that the government decided that because they were Japanese, they posed a threat to the security of the United States. Really kind of peaceful out here, honestly. Other than birds and some wind, you really don't hear a whole lot. There's maybe some sound from the highway, but that's pretty much it. There's a lone grave that's out here. Let's see what this one says. Obviously, that was probably a child. Papy or Pappy, August 1942. Let's see what this sign over here says.
Probably needs the doors. When unmarked grave.
Yeah.
Or no longer marked grave.
Internees tried to recreate a life that they might have lived outside of confinement. It's just so hard to imagine that these peaceful cotton fields once were a concentration camp. Literally, if you didn't know any better and the signs weren't posted, you would think this was just regular Arkansas farmland. Do you feel anything out here, Sherry?
Makes me sad. But it's definitely very calm.
Trying to make a home. Babies were born, children went to school, adults had jobs, and some people died here during the 3 years that the Rohwer camp operated. Okay, so here is a good visual representation of what it looked like. And I apologize, I was wrong. There's 432 barracks. I thought there was 500, but there were 432.
Housed more than 8,000 Japanese Americans.
Yep. 8,000 Japanese Americans. The camp was surrounded by barbed wire fence, linking 8 guard towers from which armed guards watched the camp and internees. The camp was divided by purpose: internee barracks, schools, military police outside the fence, open areas, hospital, and administration. The brick smokestack in the distance marks the northern end of the camp and the former hospital grounds. Each internee barracks block included 12 housing barracks for 3 to 6 families, a lavatory and laundry building, a kitchen and dining hall building, and a recreational building. There were 36 internee barracks blocks in the camp, housing up to 8,000 people at one time.
You can see the smokestack way.
Yeah, way far in the distance, you can still see the smokestack is still there. You can see what it looks like there. And then out in the distance is the smokestack. So it kind of gives you a little perspective of the scale or the size of this place. Absolutely massive. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, please be sure to subscribe. I try to post new videos at least once a week. Thanks, and see you on the creepy side.